So shocked it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown.
They check second to 10.
Hey.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me if I'm flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely.
Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Bears. It's a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Oh, you got 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Oh, watch one. Check 24, check 24.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to
Now Murray throwing on second down. And he completes it to Cohen. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a third down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Murray gets this one to Isabella, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Blue dead. Go. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. You ain't going nowhere. Come on. Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Crunch time, defense. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Hey, tight end away. Watch tight end.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kyler Murray, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Defense wins championships, baby. Alert 3. Alert 3. Undercrunch. Check 52. Shoot. Slam. Check 3.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Under 10. 8. 10. Check 24. Watch the 8. 20. Watch the ship. Check 15. Kill. 20. Hey, turn it up. Check, check. Lucky.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check, check. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check, 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 check. Hey! Double up, double up. He's got it.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray, that's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
1st down, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So all as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. From the 27, Murray. He completes it to Henry. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down now, it's Sanders trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On second down, it's Coleman. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
This one taken just inside the 10, and he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. Flush to his right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Jags grab it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
20.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Come to my work. Check safety, check safety. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 8. Slip.
On third down. Here's Coleman. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be taken very short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
Buddy up! 58. 58 to Mike. Here we go, here we go! Echo, echo! Just ready!
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Go,
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. The catch made by Miller. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To try again after the sack, Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Josh Lambeau to kick off
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Gun. Bofo's the Mike. Mike's Bofo.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead, not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We go work.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? 180. Change. 8. 44. Mike. 44. Tighten up. Pull it together. Show it up. 20. 8. Watch out. You go tight. You got tight right there. Kill.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 26.
Let's go.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And an alley to run. Murray has the first down and more. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I, coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Bang, bang, 8, 8, 20. Watch the safety creep.
On second and 12, Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the turnover, here's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Murray with a third and long. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. First three, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Murray. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. Now Murray off play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he is all the way up past the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
21, Bears 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now from Murray. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Not today, you are. Not today. '58's the mic. '58's the mic. 6 man. Check. Eight. Check 26.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
He's crashing.
Here's Coleman. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
20.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Okay,
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
You. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
On third down, Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Murray now under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Miles Jack with a sack. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And caught by Henry. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's now third down. That's the end of the third quarter.
The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On third down, a run with Cohen. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Any day.
They try again with Cohen, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They begin the drive with Coleman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A big one there for the Jags, 18 yards, first down.
Mike, 58 right there.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Newton on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Floyd in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Switch.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Time to go, night.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Murray gets this one to Isabella, and he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. To throw is Murray. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And he's going to go down again.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Throwing now is Murray. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago,